Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we'll be making a gorgeous floral nail art design kind of set. So starting off, I'll be using Semilac and Cloud Beauty gel polishes. The Semilac is called Pink Doll and it's in the shade 033, and it's actually the first time I used that gel polish, funny enough. And as you can see, it's the most vibrant gel polish I have ever probably seen, or at least have in my collection. It's super vibrant. It's this gorgeous pink, absolutely gorgeous. And we've also got a nude, and then if you follow my channel you know that the nude, if it has to be a nude, it will always be Cloud Beauty in the shade N17, my absolute favorite. And then here I'm showing you guys the blooming gel and the matte top coat I'll be using. The matte top coat is from Venelisa, and here we also got some 4D carving gel. And this one I ended up actually getting on AliExpress, and I do have a whole video on how to use these and all sorts of different stuff you can use them with different colors I use from their company, so I will try and leave that video in the description. And here we've also got some Glitterbell's Unbelievable Gel, and I've just picked up my white one because I want to do some nail art, and recently I've just been trying to really focus on using them because I've got quite a few shades now, and I always end up picking up just random gel polishes for nail art, and it's such a shame because I have proper, real good quality nail art gels essentially to do nail art. So how about we actually use them for once? So that's what we will be using it in today's video. As you can see, I did one nail with that nude. Now I'm starting off with another nail of that Semilac colour. So on camera, I'll be only showing you guys me applying one layer of the colour on one nail. So we will have just one nail of that neon pink, and the rest of those nails will be nude. So off camera I'll be doing the rest of the 3 clear nails in that nude, and I'll also be applying a second coat off camera as well so that I don't bore you guys. And then once I'm back we'll be able to start with the nail art designs. So here it is, we've got the 2 layers applied now, and I believe they are not coat at this moment because of course we are going to be sugaring at least one nail today. So this is the nail. I decided to sugar that nude since we've got so many nude nails. That one must have been sugared, of course. So of course I am applying the glitter on top of that wet layer of the gel polish, and then once I'm happy the whole set can go into the lamp. And then we can start working on the rest of those nails. So essentially we have one nail kind of done already. And we'll also have one of those nude nails, just no nail art. I wanted to keep it nice and simple and really nice sleek design. So that one will also be just a simple matte nail. But since we're not matte top coating just yet, we'll get to it in just a moment. But the whole set is going into the lamp, and now it's back out. So I decided to work on that pink nail, and for that one I decided to of course incorporate some crystals. It feels like there is no design that I do where it doesn't have a sugar nail or there isn't crystals involved in one way or another. So that one I'm going to do like that swoosh effect on the nail, and I had this really nice gem looking cluster of crystals that I actually ended up getting on Shein I think a while ago now. And it's just this gorgeous little chunky crystal where it's got like a few clay crystals, it's got pearl, and it's also got this white rose. And I felt like it really suited in today's video, especially as it was mainly focused around flowers. So I felt like this one would suit quite nicely. And as you can see, I was very organized for today's video. On the right hand side, I've got my little triangle, and it's full of those little crystals, and they're nicely laid out in size order. So we've got the largest size going all the way down to the smallest side. And as you can see, we are kind of starting off from the middle, going away from the nail. And we are just kind of gradually going down in sizes, and we are just doing that little swoosh effect as we applied that Macart rhinestone glue gel. So in a moment we'll be done, and then once I'm happy I will pop that one into the lamp before we go ahead and top coat. If you do want to, you can top coat over the Macart rhinestone glue gel and float it. I am still not too experienced with that kind of stuff, so if I ever have to I do, but at the moment I just feel a bit more comfortable with actually placing the crystals down first, especially when using matte top coats, and then once it's cured I go ahead and just cover it up with some matte top coat. So now it's time for the matte top coat. Just to mention, you do not want to place that onto the crystals, so make sure you try and avoid them as much as possible, especially as it's a matte top coat, so it will super dim down those crystals. So luckily for this nail art design, it's quite easy to go in with the top coat because it's the way the crystals are placed, you're not too worried about actually getting the matte top coat on top of them. But in case the crystals were scattered all over the nail, you'll probably have a bit of a problem. So that's probably when you want to end up floating your top coat on top of the rhinestone glue gel and then start placing your crystals down. So now that that one's done, I decided to pop it onto the side and we can work on another nude nail. So for that nude nail, I decided to do a Bloom & Gel rose. So since we've got a nude background, I decided to go in with the Bloom & Gel on top of that nail. And then of course with the Bloom & Gels, you don't want to cure it. So whilst it's still wet and tacky and, you know, all gooey on there, you want to get a nail art brush and then dip it into that pink that we have, and then we will start outlining our little flower in the middle. And as you know, with Bloom & Gels, the longer you kind of leave it, the more it will disperse and create a really nice effect. So it's kind of all depending on you how you want to make it end up looking. I believe I didn't actually leave mine standing for too long. I think after a short while, I actually ended up popping it into the lamp because I wasn't too fussed, as we will be doing some extra lines on there. We are going to do some extra sugaring and detailing onto that rose, so I wasn't too fussed. As you can see, you're starting off with the middle and then gradually doing larger and larger petals going around the nail. And then eventually, you're going to get a beautiful rose, which is amazing. Doing these roses are actually one of the newest things for me. I never used to know how to do these roses or even tried before. So ever since I've tried, it actually came out quite nicely. I think the first time I tried was in that blue kind of nail design I did quite a while ago now. So that was the first time. So this is probably maybe the third time now that I'm playing about with a Bloom & Gel rose. It's probably not the best Bloom & Gel rose on the planet. I preferred the blue one I did, but it's fine. It worked. Kind of did its purpose, I guess. So that's what it's looking like. And then I am going to leave it for a little while. And then we can pop it into the lamp. There we go. And now we can work on our, I guess, last nude nail, because the other one will stay just a simple nude nail. We'll just matte top coat it and then it'll be good to go. So here I'm outlining a French tip with that pink as well. You'll notice that in a moment I mess it up a little bit and I had to go off camera to fix it up, and then whilst I was off camera I decided to just finish up filling it in. I do believe I show you a little fraction or maybe the whole process of me filling it in on the second layer. But once the second layer is done, it will be cured and then we'll be able to matte top coat, I believe, and then play about with some crystals and 3D flowers. So this is the first layer, all nice and cured. We'll be able to go ahead. Oh, yep, still, it's not cured, sorry. It will be cured now. And now it's cured. So we are able to go ahead and do our second layer. And then once the layer is done, we'll be able to pop it into the lamp, and then we can start working on that 3D flower work. As you probably know, I love 3D flowers and all that kind of stuff, hence the 4D carving gel. I'm not too experienced with acrylics, I'm afraid. I am really wanting to, and I do have a acrylic 3D art brush kind of thing, and I have quite a few acrylics, but they're just sitting there, so hopefully we can start working with those soon and see what we can create. I do also have a fake hand, so maybe we can do some sets on a fake hand. I'm gonna have to see how that goes. But so the nail, I believe, has not just been cured yet, so I just popped onto the stand. It's time now to top coat the rest of the nails since they've been cured. So I'm top coating that rose nail, and I'll also top coat that middle nude nail as well. Like I said, we're just going to keep it nice and simple on that one. And then once it all goes into the lamp, I can't remember now how I did it, whether I top coated matte the French tip nail or did I go in straight with my crystals. I can't remember now. I know that I definitely top coated it after or before actually applying the flowers, which there's a plus and a minus. But before then, we'll work on our rose nails. So I'm going in with my Glitter Bells Unbelievable Gel and my nail art brush, and I'm just going to kind of follow that pink outlining of those petals, just to give it a bit of an extra dimension and just to make it kind of suit the set a bit more. I felt like it didn't bloom as much as I kind of wanted it to. Well, probably my fault since I put it into the lamp a bit too quickly. So you can also do this effect where it kind of covers up a bit more and gives it that extra little touch, which is quite nice. And that way this nail will also suit the sugar nail a bit more in the set as well, so it look like the set actually matches, which is nice. Always something we're trying to do, of course. So just outlining those pink little areas, and then before curing you want to sugar that nail. This glitter bells unbelievable gel is also quite nice to do this kind of stuff because it is nice and thick, so it does also give you that textured look, which is quite nice, especially when you're sugaring. Super nice. And once again, we'll be using that same glitter that we use on the other nail. It's my all-time favorite, as you can see. I do quite like having glitter in this massive bag because I don't have to worry about not necessarily running out, but if I tip too much out of my pot, then I have to put it back into the pot to tip again. So I quite like that this bag is so big and I can just literally put as much as I want, which is really nice. And also this little pot that I have that I collect the glitter in, it's really nice because it's plastic and very flexible, so I can just squish it and then pour it back all the way into the little bag that I have for the glitter, which is quite nice. So now that the nail is cured, like I thought, I did go in with my matte top coat. So we are going in with the matte top coat. Then once it's out, this is essentially the last nail we have to work on now before the set is done. So the matte top coat is cured now and we can go in with our flowers. So I've got two pinky neon-y kind of crystals I have, and I felt like they kind of would match quite nicely just because of the pinky that we've got on them. And I'll be placing it, well, each crystal we place on the border of the French tip, as you can see, but they'll be kind of quite far away from each other. And the flower that we'll be creating won't be a full flower. The flower will only have 2 petals on there, which is also something new. I've never done a flower like that, which is quite nice to do something different. And I actually quite like how it came out. It's quite cute, like a cute little flower. The only downside of the fact that we've already matte top coated the nail is that there is no longer that tacky layer, so it was quite hard to transfer the petals onto the nail without that tacky layer, as you'll probably notice in a moment. And since they're obviously only these like design tips, I don't actually know how well this flower would last if you would have done that on a client. So I probably would advise that you do the flowers on the tacky layer and then once the whole nail design is done, then go in with a matte top coat. But just for the ease of me doing today's video, I decided to matte top coat first. But yeah, I would advise that just in case, just to make sure that these flowers last and you don't have your client coming in or calling in a few days saying that their flower has already fallen off. So here is our first flower. As you can see, super simple. I'm using my dotting tool, just scraping a very small little amount, placing it onto my hand. With my finger, I'm rolling it up and I'm placing it onto the nail. And I've got this silicone tool that I dip into that little pot, and in that pot I have my nail cleaner kind of liquid, and I use that just to make sure the silicone tool doesn't get stuck essentially, and then just mush it all together. That way it almost creates like a little barrier between the tool and the little 4D carving gels. And then I'm just pressing it down, and it's such a super easy way of doing flowers. You just press it down at an angle and a petal just magically appears, which is nice. So once the petals are done, we're going to do a very simple little nail art trick, I guess, with the Glitter Bells Unbelievable Gels. I'm just going to outline the French tip area with some dots. So right here, I'm just going to do dots. The idea here was also to do bigger dots in the middle, and the further you get to each corner, the smaller the dots will be. So that's kind of the trick. I don't really like the middle of this nail. I feel like it's too straight. I wish I did it a bit more slanted so it actually looked like it followed that curve. But never mind. So it needs to go into the lamp, and here are the final results. I hope you guys liked it. If you end up recreating any of my sets, don't forget to tag me. I'd love to see it. In the meantime, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!